It took a little bit of time. Not used to doing this thing solo. It's the Immaterial Gamers livecast. It's episode number 245, and yeah, it's Ryan. I'm here live from Manchester Academy. I don't know how I got here. I don't know how the chair got here, the computer, the mic. I mean, I went there yesterday, but I shouldn't still be there. And you know what? It's really, really tough to do a podcast solo. I mean, it's a shame to be alone.
Or is it?
Oh my
Da,
god, it's
da,
down there.
da, da. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie. I did kind of I was for like the 90-second lead up I had. I was frantically scanning my bedroom to see if I had a pair of sunglasses laying around, so I could be like do like a Terminator bit. It'd be like, it's like come with me if you want to live or something. Yeah, whip
uh,
out my air gun and be like, dun, 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 dun. Yeah, but it didn't work out. So
just to
so I
go
just
with
came
this as
out
well.
like a
You
jackass.
you've completely replaced me on the overlay now.
Oh
It's
my
just the top,
god.
you
Um,
Wilson from Home Improvement as well. So it's just the top half of your head.
I'm a Canadian.
So yeah, I'm gonna slowly work on getting the overlay sorted again while oh, there's my
Indeed.
head, and then I'll just oh no,
Oh
I've moved the
god.
thing. So while I go and start sorting out my thing, and also find what I need to find for the discussion, which I'm still doing it. I'm still going to talk about the wrestling show that me and Martin went to yesterday. But how have you been, Duncan?
I've been okay. I've been enjoying a nice Easter weekend. You know, I had a nice holiday. I went to a pet show with my family.
Pet
That was,
show.
yeah, it was sort of like a convention for like pet stuff, like, various paraphernalia for dogs, cats, birds, etc. Um, that was on the Friday. This is
Yep.
actually the first Easter that I've spent here with like, I guess my home family. I almost always go to Kitchener for Easter because that's where my step stepfather's family lives. And but this Easter we stayed home. It was a little different,
Hmm.
and it's been nice. It's been nice hanging out with the family. It's been a weird weekend because like I worked on the Easter Sunday,
Oh,
yesterday.
yeah.
So it'll be part of the reason why I wasn't doing anything yesterday. Um, so it's kind of a weird weekend. Normally I have Sunday off, but then again, I also normally work on Fridays. So it's like
Hmm.
everything just kind of got a little bit jumbled. But
Yeah.
everything's all normal now. I'm on an off cycle. I'll be off work for the next like 6 or 7 days. So
Cool. Well, as this podcast comes out on audio form, I'll be back into the whole idea of working because I took a whole week off. Well, when it actually comes down to it, when you take the bank holidays um and the weekends into account, I had 10 days off.
wow,
Oh, I
that's a
needed it.
lot of days.
I needed it. It was
I
it
need a
was fun
day
though.
off.
But yeah, it was sort of most of that week was just sitting there chilling out. I say that sitting there chilling out and streaming Like a Dragon Ishin to completion. Like, turned out something that was like, oh right,
Yeah.
this is going to take like 2 months. To oh no, I finished it midweek. What have I got to play next? So
Oh no.
that's where I started playing Tales of Symphonia instead because my god, I love that game. Even nostalgic me, Martin, D, Steph, Matt played it on the GameCube. Just taking into the fact of Tales of Symphonia's unique feature that you could plug 4 GameCube controllers in, and you could play a single player game as a party. So that's good. You know what? You having a drink is just over.
I heard some of those. Those were almost. I would say some of those were words even.
I
What's going on?
I needed a drink as well. I'd
Ah,
go to the bar, but it's clearly, as you can see, it's quite busy.
is it? It looks like there's like two people there.
Oh no, there's a queue of people around the side. Um,
Oh, is that all for the bar? I thought they were just sitting watching the arena there.
the really well lit Manchester Academy arena. It was actually very well lit. Um, did what it did.
Blindingly so.
Yeah. Oh no, that's my camera's night mode. That just like because it was all spotlights. It's a wrestling event. You know, they don't need the spotlights on the crowd just going da 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 da, or as they were saying da 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 da. Fuck the Tories. You're in Manchester, mate. You're in a it's by design. By design. Me and Martin went to Sovereign Pro Wrestling's third show. We've been to all three of their shows now, but it's their third show. First we had First Reign, and then we went to oh god, Ryan, Heavy as the Head. There you go. I'm bad
Okay.
for someone who follows the promotion quite a lot. I do seem to have the memory of a sieve. But yeah, we went to the third show yesterday called Warpath, which was compared to like the other two shows a more intimate show. So like the first show, First Reign ended up was in a sports hall that seated 500 people. Then we were at then it was Manchester Academy, which is sort of a student gig place.
Uh-huh.
Just leading into Manchester City Centre itself, which would say doubled that, maybe three times the amount of people. And then you had Warpath, which was half the amount of people seating, so much smaller venue. It's so definitely a student gig place, but by design, it was supposed to be a smaller show. It's through that whole point, people can get a little bit up and close to it, and me and Martin were. Once we got there, we are what you would call, or what you should call, Manchester natives. Well, to be fair, I know my own streets around my own house like the back of my hand. Turns out
Yeah.
Manchester city centre at least. No, we knew where Academy was. It's a big building. It's a big all-purpose building called the Academy.
Yard.
There's a student union building next to it, and that houses the student union, as it should for a university building.
Makes sense.
And then it also houses
So far, so
academies.
good as far as building names and
Yeah,
function, lining up.
yeah. The problem is it also houses Academy 2, Academy 3, and Club Academy. So, like a nightclub and two gig places in that same building. We are dumb. Me and Martin at this point, we are dumb. Because there is a banner on the side that does say Academy 2, 3, Club Academy. But we see it as the Student
Okay.
Union building. Why would we think that the Academy's in there? There is a building behind the Manchester Academy. It looks like a little castle. And, we thought, oh yeah, that's next door to the Academy. We'll get there. No, we spent about 5-10 minutes looking lost, and then realising that the building next door that we thought was the Academy was actually a purpose-built theatre
Ah.
called
Okay.
called Contact. It certainly wasn't the Academy, which is hilarious considering there's this whole point. One of the characters, shall we say, one of the people that are part of this wrestling promotion is a guy by the name of James Roach. I believe that's his name. I hope he's
It's
not
quite a
looking.
name.
He's the manager of a wrestler called Easton Reese. Big burly brick shithouse of a man. The alpha male is
He's a
his.
brick.
Yeah, he's a brick shithouse. um, but yeah, there was a
Exactly.
video before we went of him like saying, "Oh, I'm not," because he's supposed to be his manager and all that. So he's just like, "I'm sending the contract details over to Sovereign Pro. I'm gonna get there." as soon as I know where it is, and it's a minute and a half of him wandering around the outside of Manchester Academy looking for this building, and I'm like,
Around the outside.
round
Around
the
the outside.
outside. Um, and he's there, and he's like, it's just like I'm like, no, we're not going to be that stupid. Me and Martin, we're going to find this place. Really, we know that's a bit. So he's no one's going to be stupid enough to miss where the building is. Stupid man number one here. Stupid man number two is in bed.
Rip.
But we eventually got there. We had plenty of time. The doors opened at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and the first bell wasn't till 4. So we had plenty of time to get lost. And
Stupid man, take me by the hand. Take me to the land that you don't understand.
I, w- I wish I got. I wish I got. Thinking, I wish I got led by the hand there. But no, we got in there, and I'm stalling for a little bit because I'm just trying to find the card so I can explain how the matches were. Very briefly, I don't do full wrestling moves. I'm a fan of wrestling.
You only
I
do like partial moves. It's like 2/3 is the most of a wrestling move you'll ever get into.
Yeah, generally, I mean, the guys have opened up a training academy, like a wrestling training school in
Yeah.
Salford. Me and Martin were just like wondering. He was looking at the prices of it last night, and I was like, "Oh, are you interested? Are you interested in going?" He just looked at me and he went, "No, I'd run against the ropes twice and be gassed." And
Yeah,
I
probably.
yeah, I said I could take a bump, just one though.
Yeah, it's like I've got a decent like stamina as far as like being able to like go for a bit.
Hmm.
It's the upper body strength and hand-eye coordination and agility and everything else that I don't have.
Yeah,
You know, it's
rotation.
like I would be fantastic like fodder to have some much more experienced and capable wrestler. Like I don't know, throw me into a bench or something. Like I could do that all day. Be like, wee smash. I don't weigh very much. I'm small.
Mm, yeah,
You know. But as
but
far as like like flips and suplexes and shit, nah, like not gonna happen.
yeah.
I'm I may not I'm not old, but I'm not young enough that I'm like I can look forward to getting better at that over time.
Mm,
I'm it's like I got if I whatever fitness level I can reach in the next 6 months of hard like working, that's me. That's my peak. I'm not gonna get much more than that.
that's fair. I mean, I look at it and I'm just like, no, that's cool that people get the opportunity to do that. It's not for me because I'm a big round ass, and you know what? I love watching the wrestling from the other side. But it's nice. No, it's cool that it's sort of been paid forward at that point. Started this show off. People are really enjoying it. It's you know, there's these new sort of wrestlers that are not like WWE, AEW regulars and stuff like that. Everyone looks at wrestling and they think, oh, it's the big companies and stuff like that. No, I love this sort of smaller indie wrestling stuff and really getting into it and sort of learning a lot more. So, what did we have on the card? Oh yeah. So first match. Let me just have a look at this. Yes, was the Commonwealth Championship qualifier between Leon Slater, big, fast, flippy dude who's also can do some decent strong wrestling and chain wrestling, versus Kenny Williams, a Scottish man who claims that who is billed as being scum of the earth.
So the first guy's name was Slater, and the other guy
Leon
was like
Slater.
Leon Slater and Kenny Williams. What a mismatch of names! Like it's like one guy sounds like the protagonist of a 1980s like American action movie. The other sounds like like his handler, like his like the guy that works at the office that like balances his books.
You know, I'm
I'm sure Kenny Williams is a horrifying man to deal with.
I'm just gonna post
But
the.
like what a name.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put. I posted the image for the card in there, so you can just see they're not in order. So just as they go, but you can see who
Oh,
are all
good
the
lord.
people's. Now,
I
now that
would not want that man as my accountant.
which one? Kenny Williams.
Honestly, Leon Slater, he might do. He might serve. If he put on a shirt, I'd be like, yeah, maybe I could trust this guy.
He
Kenny
would.
Williams, it's just I'm getting like Joker vibes.
Well, yeah. Leon Slater won this match, and it led to a segment involving a live reporter. A battle rapper called Gast Buff is a live reporter for Sovereign Pro, with his character name being Gaston Leboeuf.
Gaston Le Beef.
Yeah.
That's the
Um,
beef in French.
and he interviewed Leon Slater, and everything was fine, and that was great. And then he interviewed Kenny Williams, who spat black mist in his face.
That's his signature move. He's actually part Dilophosaur.
The tar pit.
Just
Uh,
just like just spits like blinding venom at his opponents.
mm,
Like seen in Jurassic Park and Wayne Knight gets a blast in the face. He's like,
yeah,
ah.
yeah. But he was just rolling around the floor, and then he just reiterated to the crowd he was scum of the earth and left. Black mist still like dripping from his mouth. It was
Just spits in the dude's face and declares himself as scum of the earth. Walks away, refuses to elaborate. Is like,
yep,
all right, like, good story, good story.
exactly. But that meant that Slater qualified for this new title belt that they're bringing out. So they've already got a world title, because every wrestling promotion has to have a big world title. It's also got a women's title, because that happens. The only thing it's missing at the moment really is a tag team title, which we'll be looking forward to. Second
He looks
match,
like what does that look like? He's fucking Willem Dafoe, like
Kenny
from
Will.
Spider-Man. Yeah, he looks like the Green Goblin before he gets goblinified.
You know what? If this ever gets out and Kenny Williams sees this, can he just look at a camera and just go "Godspeed, Spider-Man" for me? That would Godspeed, Spider-Man, or even just oh, that'll do. No, but it was a good match. I enjoyed that one. Second match was another Commonwealth Championship qualifier: the Goth Boy Joe Wade versus my man from the stable that I have enjoyed. Can I do it correctly? Does that work? No, it's the camera. It doesn't work.
You watch those fingers. You're gonna accidentally flip a gang sign and then piss some
What?
people off.
You mean the collective sign? Yeah, that's the stable.
I know
Um,
you. I know you Brits and your fucking hand gestures that mean weird shit. And
I don't know what this is.
is that like is like two in the pink and one in the stink? I don't know. I don't
It's
know.
no, you know what this is? It's Power Supplies United. 3 pin,
Um,
2 pin, no, 3 pin, 2 pin. You know, um, yeah,
yeah,
Joe,
that one.
yeah, Goth Boy versus Kelly Six of the Collective, um, surrounded by two of the other people in there. L.A. Taylor, who was up in the other match, and a big burly brick shithouse called Bully. I would never say that to his face, because he walks around with a chair with the same logo on it, and I would prefer not to be the recipient of an imprint of my face against that chair, even if I did wear the same shirt that they all wear, because I bought it and it was fine. Oh look, it's an Andrea. Wave wave.
Anyway,
Um, this was also a fun match. Pretty brutal, hard shots everywhere. Did end up with a little bit of shenanigans.
shenanigans.
Yeah,
Well, no
shenanigans and
wrestling matches come with a
interference.
little bit of shenanigans.
Just how it is.
Kind of what they're known for.
Yeah, heel team wins. Kelly Six qualifies. Joe Wade comes out still looking like a goth boy. Hadn't changed. Took a whole bunch of chops.
Nay.
It was all fine. Did the women's match come? Did the women's championship match come later? Yeah, it did, because it would have been stupid to come out like that. Aurora Teres versus Ivy. Now, I should explain. Aurora Teres is a Canadian woman who is about this tall.
Okay.
She's about like 5 foot something, but very mobile and very fun. Does a lot of flippy shit with the wrestling. And Ivy, who was new to this show, come out with a baseball bat
Oh,
because that's
saw
what you
saw
do.
saw the tiny crawling creature flipping around and thought it was like a bug and be like, I'm gonna smack it.
Kill it with fire. Bam. Except she didn't. She fell to the most devastating move in wrestling, a roll up.
A roll up.
Just
Hey, we
just
got the well, that's legal in Canada, you know. It's
no, not that sort, not that
just
sort of
make
roll.
sure it doesn't violate your building tenancy
So
agreement.
no.
It's and you're good to go.
Ivy didn't fall victim to the spliff. She didn't she didn't fall victim to the blunt. She she a roll up pinning maneuver, just where out of nowhere they just roll them up into a small package and 1, 2, 3, done. So Aurora Tebez is
Roll them up, puff
twerking,
puff pass. There you go.
dancing,
Game on, GG.
and you see in the card there's that picture of that really demonic looking Easter bunny.
I kind of wish I didn't. Now that you
Oh,
point it out.
let's get rid of this fucko.
It's just like it's like brings the carrot out. The carrot is made of lead.
So we'll just get rid of that. Hi, we're here to do this shit. Fuck off. It's a shame. It's a shame. You haven't seen this yet, have you? It's going to be loud for anyone who's listening to the podcast if they go forward. But I do have a thing to show next time someone comes up and offers their graphics design, without me searching for a graphics designer first. They'll just go, "Oh, hey, can I do graphics for your thing? I can do animated emotes and blah blah blah," and I'll just go. This is something Duncan will see, or he'll see. You probably won't see it on the stream, but I just played a klaxon sound effect, from the TV show QI, with just a flashing image that just says, "We are not looking for any graphics designers," and maybe they'll
Oh,
disappear at some
there you
point.
go.
But yeah, if we were looking for
Hey,
graphic designers, we would find
you
them.
got an Easter bunny for you.
Oh no, don't
Some
show me in.
little different from the one in the wrestling match.
Oh, oh no. Let me just see that now. That just comes up in the. Oh Jesus! Why does that look like it's from the Fairly Odd Parents?
It is.
Oh jeez,
He's all like, I'm the Easter bunny.
I just watched a film theory yesterday. Matt
Yeah.
Pat film theory episode about Fairly Odd Parents. Don't ask why.
As you do on, the Monday after Easter.
Yeah. To be fair, I watched it on the Easter Sunday.
Oh, even better.
But it's basically about how the rule or Darules is just is just a tool used by, what is it, Jurgen von Strangle,
Yeah.
to try
Jordan Von
and
Strangle, yeah.
to try and cause the fairies to not suffer another fairy war or some bollocks. Uh, I was half awake. Matt Pat, don't hold that against me. Anyway, this Easter bunny comes out with a chocolate Easter egg and starts twerking with Tevez. And then, in something that I've never seen before, she got cracked in the face by an Easter egg.
Oh
Just
no!
bam! To which this screamy wrestler by the name of Lana Rostin comes out, causes me to try and fail to get a "my ears are bleeding" chant around the around the corner of the room. It does mean that I'll be looking forward for SOVPRO to be selling their SOVPRO branded earplugs, as they have now formed a female tag team, Lana Rostin and Ivy, called the Decibels.
The Decibels.
Belles. The Decibels. Wrestling.
The other names were all taken, unfortunately. Every other name that they came up with.
What to deal with sound and female beauty. What the heck? Something else has gone on in the chat. Oh no, that's Andrea's freaked me out. She's freaking me out. Keep forgetting the order of what's on this match, so I'm just going to try and just go through the other matches that I remember on it. The Right Way versus the Banter Bus. The Right Way are the Tory scumbags. There's a man that goes out who claims his name's Thatcher, right? He claims he is the disciple and the true heir apparent to former Conservative Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher. He's a dick, just like she was a dick. Just this also come out on the 10th anniversary of her death. just to throw the book in for that match. The banter bus are a bunch of lads who.
Margaret Thatcher.
Hmm?
Margaret Thatcher.
Yeah.
Is she dead?
She is dead. She is dead.
I don't know shit about.
Yeah, this is where the song "Ding Dong, the Witch is Dead" was trying to get to #1 for Christmas a few years back, or the year of her death. It didn't, unfortunately, but they were against the banter bus, which consists of Tom Farewell, Danny Proper, and Uncle Ryan. He's everyone's uncle. That's not too.
Oh God, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure there was a really terrible animated show about that premise, and I don't know. I don't know if they want to bring that reputation with them.
Oh, sorry. I forgot. Ryan's memory from 24 hours ago has to correct it. It was not Uncle Ryan. It was Uncle Margaret. It was Uncle Ryan dressed as Margaret Thatcher.
Sounds like it sounds like a character from like a really like just off-brand like British sketch comedy. Just fucking Uncle Margaret.
Yeah. No, but it was fun. Again, shenanigans unfortunately caused the banter bus to lose. These Thatcher writes Secretary of Defence. Big Chaz. Just caused some distractions outside of the ring, which allowed him to allowed Thatcher Wright to hit Margaret Thatcher's book on the face of one of the banter bus and cause a pin. But
Rip.
they still got hammered anyway. So that was all fine. Who else did we have? Right, let's carry on. Yes, here we go. SOVPRO Women's World Championship, LA Taylor versus Lucia Lee. Lucia Lee, who, and I think I might have explained this at one point, quite a few podcasts ago when we went to the first show, naturally managed to get the crowd to cheer for water.
Water.
She comes out of the ring wearing a sort of a wrestling gear inspired by the bride from Kill Bill. So the yellow and black jumpsuit thing, but yeah, it's a wrestling gear and a bottle of water. And before she normally starts the match against opponents that she usually if they're face and they're not heels, not scumbag heels. Collective, you didn't hear that. You're great. I wouldn't say LA Taylor was a scumbag heel. She's 6 foot from Cornwall, would put me in the dirt.
Anyway. And you would say thank you.
You know what?
Ryan suddenly doesn't know what to do with that.
Anyway, yeah. So Lucia would drink from a bottle of water. The crowd would go, "Stay hydrated!" Clap, 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 clap. And then she passes the water on to her opponent, who would drink from the water. This happened in first reign.
The COVID.
No, look. To be fair, everything was safe. They were all checked. It was all great. But Lucia, in her first reign match against the previously mentioned Aurora Tevez, drank water, gave it to Tevez. She drank from the water. They gave it to the ref, who I believe at that one was one of the two refs there. There was Lee Thomas and Steve Dean. I think it was Steve Dean. Who then proceeded to drink from the water and the water go down the wrong hole.
Oh, no.
Which led to commentary later on.
All along. Sabotage.
He can't take it. He can't hold his water. But yeah, in this match, there were a couple of segments involving Lucy drinking all the water, trying to throw it at, and I hope I'm gonna sort of hope that that everything was fine on there, and they'll have caught up and made sure everything was great, because Lucia drank the water, flung it at Taylor, missed, and unfortunately hit a crowd member square in the chops.
Oh no!
For what it's worth, the crowd member was, once she got over the shock of having an empty bottle of water, so just go. She was.
Yeah, I mean, it's like empty water bottle. I mean, they're made of like the freaking least dense plastic on the face of the earth.
Yeah, it's just
Empty
not.
water. It's like you don't pin down on an empty water bottle; they'll just float off. They weigh nothing.
Yeah, but she was fine. It looked like everything was fine, and they'll caught up afterwards, because that's just sort of how it works. The personas generally at this point now are in the ring, and then outside of the ring, everyone's like salt of the earth. I say from a distance, because I have this weird sort of social anxiety that I can sit there and shit talk one of the wrestlers who, gives it back. But if I actually met him and tried to speak to him outside, I'd be like, hi? Because,
Oh, sure. I mean, it's all part of the
yeah,
show and that. But it's like you got to figure. It's like when you're in that line of work, you gotta have a, you know, you
yeah,
gotta be pretty on the level,
thick-skinned, sort of. But,
Yeah.
as long as you don't end up being an arse to the talent, then, that's all fine. As long as you know it's part of the show, then that's just how it works. Lucia Lee didn't win the championship off Taylor. She nearly got chokeslammed by Big Burly Bastard Bullet. Can we just? I hope that just gets. Yeah, Bullet can now be forever known by me as Big Burly Bastard Bullet.
There
But
you go.
then a couple of wrestlers from the previous shows who got attacked by Collective, a guy called Joey Hayes and a woman called Harley Hudson, who is, if you were to describe her, it would be pink.
All right.
Just the color pink. Then they came out and defended against him and stole the chair. So that worked. Got to keep moving on, because we've just realised we spent half an hour, nearly 40 minutes talking about the wrestling. But then again, that was my plan for the thing anyway.
There you go.
Who else did we have here? Yes, Man Like DeReese versus Talon Jr. Man Like DeReese came out and rapped his own entrance music. He's very good at it. I've watched a couple of VODs from a wrestling show done by one of the other talent in here, Commander Stephanie Sterling, who is also video game critic Commander James Stephanie Sterling. They have a wrestling promotion called Spectrum Wrestling, and Man Like DeReese has been at a couple of those shows, and he's very, very crowd pleasing. Proper sort of entertainer on that, and he's very good in the ring. Talon Jr., never seen him before. Masked wrestler, does very, very good flippy stuff. Shown on one where he did what looked to be a combination of The Undertaker's Old School, which was a move where the biker Undertaker walked on the top rope while holding the arm of the wrestler in the ring, and then proceeded to, jump on them or clothesline him. But in this case, what he did was walk across the top rope of the ring, bounce or jump off it, bounce off the other corner's top rope into an arm drag, and I thought it was very impressive. Unfortunately, his flippy escapade didn't succeed, because Man Like DeReese won, which means him and there's a stable this called the 0121, which I'm teaching you stuff here, Duncan. It's just trivia that you're never going to use ever again.
It's coming in one ear and going out the other, I'm afraid.
I'll make someone excited one day, maybe. Wow, Ryan, that sounded fucking lonely. Jesus.
All
Someone
around
excited
me.
someday. Look, I'm excited, and as long as I'm happy, that's all that matters, right?
That's the important thing.
But yeah, the 0121 stable, which is the area code for Birmingham, as I'm now a trivia person and learning, has now also qualified for this Commonwealth Championship, so that's all great. Ian Skinner, oh my god. Ian Skinner. Skinner. Never have I been such a fan of a man and also such a detractor of man at the same time.
Oh,
He came out to talk about hashtag justice for Skinner. He feels he felt he was badly treated in SOVPRO. He came out wearing a puffy jacket hoodie. I think it was very furry and it had real it looked very psychedelic. Someone claimed it looked like the front of a bus seat. I thought it looked like one of those magic eye pictures. You know, if you stared into the center of it, you bring out, you know, a magic eye image, you know, one of those 3D images, and with Ian Skinner, it would probably be a fucking can of Diet Coke. his thing is that he comes out to the ring with a can of Diet Coke and pisses off one of the commentators by giving the Diet Coke to the other commentator as a gift.
there you go. It's an incredibly weird gimmick to have, but whatever works, right?
His sort of gimmick is well in this he's in the
Is it a
Soft
fresh
Pro
can of
roster
Diet
he's
Coke,
the
or is it like half
troublemaker.
drank by the time he gets to it?
There was well actually during Heavy as the Head he gave, or it was like he picked out like a big can of Diet Coke for one of the commentators, and then a tiny, you know, one of those mini like shot cans as one. It's like, ah, look, it's little can energy. But he came out talking about this justice for Skinner hashtag, and one of the other guys, a YouTuber and wrestler by the name of Simon Miller, came out and interrupted him. And it's at that point we learnt about what Justice for Skinner actually stood for. Because we thought it was just, as a crowd thought it was just, oh, it's just Ian Skinner wanting justice. Technically he did. What happened was a big running by another big burly brick shithouse by the name of Big T Justice.
Okay.
Came out and smashed Ian Skinner around the back of the head and kicked him out of the ring. Therefore, meaning Justice for Skinner was actually Justice, the wrestler, for Skinner, the wrestler.
Oh.
And then we had oh no, that's what's not on the that's not on the card. I knew I missed one. My favourite match, my match of the night, was a match called the Rory Coyle audition tapes.
Okay.
So Rory Coyle is a horror movie loving wrestler who's part of the gimmick there is that he loves making nasty, dirty, violent videos in the terms of pro wrestling. So he's your hardcore match man. You remember the old days of hardcore matches, weapons, bins, you know, steel chairs, tables, all that shit. So he interrupted the end of a match in the last show and kicked the crap out of a guy called RP Davis, using his former tag partner at that point as well, HT Drake was his name, who was in a match against, because it's not on the card, I have completely forgot, he was the King Freak Alton Fawn. I know it. It's all good. You don't have to come after me. Please don't come after me. So it was a no holds barred.
They were 1 foot out the door. I swear.
Hey, look, no, look,
they just saved yourself.
They retweeted and liked this post, so the announcement for this podcast. So there's always a chance that they may be watching, and therefore I don't want to get thrown out. I don't want to get hit with a steel chair. At least not without the training.
That's the title of the podcast. Ryan gets hit with a steel chair.
Ryan gets hit with a steel chair. So yeah, Alton Fawn and HT Drake had a match that contained literally everything. You've heard the term, you know, everything but the kitchen sink.
Yeah.
Yeah, not this match. This match included a kitchen sink.
It'd be funny if it was just the kitchen sink. That was it.
Oh no, it wasn't. Weapon. Yeah, it wasn't just the kitchen sink, but they were looking for weapons, and Alton Fawn comes out with a bag of nettles.
Oh.
Because yeah, when you have one of the wrestlers, oh no, Duncan with the steel chair.
I was gonna say, Ryan, we could do a thumbnail. Just be
Hold on,
like,
hold on. We could. Hold on.
you know, grab a chair and be all like, ah, like, there you go.
Perfect. That was a that'll get put in a thumbnail easily. But yeah, so bags of nettles, kendo sticks. There was one point where I did get a laugh from someone in the crowd at that point because they held kendo sticks, in Jedi pose. So of course,
Yep.
I was in the back, not giving any shits at this point, just going because why not? But
Well,
yeah,
that
said kitchen sink was used. Drop kick on it, which was actually funny because Coyle went out of the ring or out of the stage. It's just like, oh, I've got it for. Oh no, I've not got it. I've not got it. 1 minute. Runs out, comes back. It's like, I found it. I've got the sink. I was like, Jesus Christ. It was fun. I like storytelling, and I like watching nice moves, and it's almost like a dance that goes on in a wrestling ring. Sometimes you just want to watch people smash people through chairs and tables and a
sure.
door. The match finished with like a slam into like a power bomb into a door, and then Alton Thorne lost, but sufficiently proved his worth to join the faction that seems to be being called Snuff, like snuff
Snuff.
move me's, snuff
Move
move
me.
me's.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
that's what it's like.
I
That's what movies are supposed to do. They're supposed to move you.
oh,
It's a move me.
yeah.
So I was so moved by that move me.
That's where I had my depressing moment that because of that match I was going to go and buy a Rory Coyle shirt. But like I said, my social, what looks to have been my social anxiety, prevented me from actually going up to the table and just like, hi Rory, I'm a new fan. I'd like to buy one of your shirts, please. Do you have it in my size? No, I just went and looked at it and went, oh, you sell shirts? Oh, those shirts look good. I I can't go over there. I'll go buy it online. No, they're sold out online. My size is sold out, so I'm now just sitting there checking daily, and I'll be fine.
Next time,
Yeah,
just be like, all right, I'm buying the shirt and doing it.
yeah, maybe I'll even do that. Maybe I'll learn and actually buy, buy a shirt at the event on the table. You know,
That's what they're there for, to be
yeah,
sold
yeah.
to people that want to
Actually
buy them.
speak to the wrestlers. Just go, hi, how are you?
You don't
You know,
even have to. I mean, if you're like shitting, pissing yourself, just be like, hi, can I buy a shirt? And be like, yeah, you feel brave enough to chat, you give a jab, but it's just like
yeah,
buy merch, man. Be like,
yeah.
hey,
I should. Yeah, that's my fault. It's my fault.
it's be a great segue. I mean, hey, just be like, hey, buying the shirt. I'd be like, hey, maybe they'll open up and be like, oh, let's open up a dialogue. And be like, hey,
Yeah.
I can step off of that now that you've done X lead in.
Well, yeah, I
I
mean,
can.
like I say, it's like sort of going to a show was the first step, wasn't it? So, in my being social business, like going to a TFT tournament was also part of being social. Just come on, Ryan, just do it, just do it.
Just do it.
Ah, boiling point. That's your next time, June. Do it. Yeah. Gast
Yesterday we
Shia
said
Gast LaBeouf.
tomorrow.
And then last match was the heavyweight championship #1 contenders match: Nathan Cruz versus Sam Gradwell versus Will Cruz. Cruz. Kroos is ooh, isn't it? Not os.
Gross. I have no idea.
Yeah. Three big men in a ring.
Cruz, and Gradwell.
Yeah, Cruz, and Gradwell, and Gradwell won. Which means he's now the #1 contender for the man who was too cowardly to show up. Too busy winning matches everywhere. Joseph Connors is his name. Yeah. Too busy winning matches with all his championships and so much gold it's weighing him down that if he ended up going on a canal boat, it would probably sink. How dare he be successful?
Just picturing the wrestler saying all these things in the arena, trash talking them, and just being, just being like, it's like, how dare they be an excellent wrestler with an indisputable win rate and being in
Yeah.
incredibly physical condition and also actually very physically attractive as well.
Yeah.
Just have this
Yeah.
bit that just goes on and on and on, where they just constantly like sarcastically compliment them in every conceivable fashion.
I'd actually like that. Actually, you know what? That I feel that would be something that would actually come from Ian Skinner's mouth. How dare he? How dare he be there with all these championships and gold and glory, and I'm here with this big man who could take you out. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I just lost it. Look, overall, I enjoyed the show, and of course, I'm probably going to enjoy the next one as well. At this rate, it would take something bad for it to not be a good show. Is my personal review, and I don't think that's going to happen. Currently, at this point, they don't seem capable of missing. So, yeah. No, it's not a 1 thumbs up. It's a 2 thumbs up.
It's a 3 thumbs up. Get the big toe in there.
Hold on.
Can you even get your big toe up there?
No.
And this is why Ryan is not a wrestler.
That is why, as much as I
feel like if you can't get your big toe above your waist, that's kind of like a big limiting factor in the wrestling world. Not that specific motion comes up a whole lot. It's just it's an indicator of other things going on.
I could make that a unique gimmick.
Your
And here he is.
your finishing move is just like you just like nothing else works at all. Like you can't do flips or rolls or pins or anything, but all you do is you just work out your muscles so that you could kick straight up directly in front of you and be like boom right into the chin. Like
It's a submission maneuver, isn't it? you grab the wrestler, like their back's there on your belly, and then you just lift it up and you just go, smell my toe.
Like, oh, God,
and then they're like,
it smells like sour cream and onion chips. Oh
no. Just get in there and a bit of Doritos tangy cheese before the match.
Oh God, the horror. You would have to be a heel at that point, right? There's no face finisher.
Yeah, no.
There's no way that's a face finishing move. That's 100% heel.
Oh yeah.
You'd actually use your physical heel to drive it home.
Yep. Oh man. So yeah, that's basically been most of our week and stuff like that.
It's been most of the podcast.
It has. So let's do very quick news. I haven't put the links in because I was wholly unprepared. But I'll place this one in here. First of all, does anyone remember the American McGee's Alice games?
I'm aware that they exist.
Yeah. American McGee did these twisted, dark versions of Alice in Wonderland. There was two. There was American McGee's Alice, and then there was American McGee. What was it? Alice Madness Returns, something like that. And it was a fun thing, and apparently there was going to be a Kickstarter done by American McGee to make a third game in the franchise called Alice Asylum. But that was shut down by EA because EA owned the IP to American McGee's Alice. And have came to American McGee, according to the Eurogamer article, and said, right, that's great. We're not letting you have the IP. I was like, oh right, okay. Are you going to be making any games in the series? No. We've got no interest in making any games with the Alice IP, but we're not getting rid of it either. So, Alice Asylum at that point can't continue because it required the IP.
It's always nice, right? When game devs are like, it's like, or publishers, they're like, it's like, well, we're not going to use this IP, but also no one else is allowed to use it either. So it's just gonna sit and rot forever.
I mean, because at that point it leads to surely it leads to some sort of contradictory thinking at that point. Because the only reason you wouldn't use the IP, the only reason you wouldn't get rid of the IP, is if you thought that someone else could do better with it, and that screws up your bottom line. But at that point, if you thought that you were going to get something good out of it, you would make a game with the IP, right?
Well, surely you would think.
You would think, in normal parlance, in the normal world. But then again, this is the game industry, isn't it? Where the word normal,
This isn't even about video games. This is just about copyright in general. Like this is just how
yeah,
copyright holders do business. They're just like, this is like we own 1,500 fucking pieces of media IPs. We're gonna focus on the six like most profitable thing based on our billion-dollar extensive studies. Uh, but we're not gonna let go of those other things because just in case something else
mm,
comes out, and also so that no one else can do it. It's it's
yeah,
it's because that's the thing, right? Like this is a legitimate strategy that a lot of like copyright holders use too, where like they buy IPs not necessarily to use them, but kind of like what you said, like to like so that other people don't use them.
yeah,
So it's essentially a sort of like it's a very aggressive defensive tactic in
hmm
like marketing, and it's shitty and dumb and lame,
oh yeah, yeah,
and just further goes to prove that copyright is not like entirely bullshit, but large swaths of how it is applied in the modern day is bullshit.
hmm yeah,
you know,
and
like people who make things have the right to own the thing and sell the right to the thing, and it's like that's fine, it's cool,
mm,
it's a good idea. In execution, terrible.
yeah. So slightly unrelated on that. I say slightly unrelated, maybe actually related. Um, oh, what's it
What?
called? Monster Energy drinks. Jesus Christ, Coca-Cola are litigious bastards. Yeah,
Hey, look, I did
Monster,
in the thing.
Monster, who tried to go up to Nintendo and the Pokemon Company and say you can't use Monster. You're breaching our copyright because people will get confused between Pokemon, a game about catching
Pocket
weird looking
monsters.
monsters, and an energy drink.
Fucking, that's such a fucking publicity stunt. I refuse to believe that's like a legitimate fucking like lawsuit. That is such a frivolous piece of shit. Like, obviously, this
Yeah, I
is
mean,
just fucking stirring the pot because their fucking lawyers are on retainer and they need something to do. Like, come on. Like,
yeah.
this is some serious like what are they? Who are those fucking YouTubers that try to copyright the word react?
Oh, the Fine Brothers.
Yeah, this is some Fine Brothers shit of like
There was there was also
it's
there
like
was also that
you can't
guy.
copyright a word.
There was also that guy who tried to copyright the word edge as well, wasn't there? And went after Edge magazine. A computer gaming magazine. He's like, you're not allowed to use the word edge. Like, you can't copyright a word.
Yeah, it's just like you can copyright a unique arrangement of words. You can copyright a stylization of a word, like
Hmm
a logo or an artistic designation. You can copyright yeah, like a a unique instance of
hmm
you know ideas being combined in a certain way, but you can't you can't just
Yeah.
copyright one word. That's not
Yeah.
how
So
copyright
that'd be
works.
so that'd be in the way that Michael Buffer, the boxing ring announcer, how he can trademark "Let's get ready to rumble" as a
Yeah,
phrase, but
yeah,
he couldn't get away with trademarking or copywriting rumble.
yeah.
So and but then again, he's also not that stupid. So, It's just how that works. Yeah, but Monster, get fucked. Um, oh, here's one for fun. So
Yeah,
this time,
stick to just making drinks, dude.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
not. It's just like you're already causing enough cancer as it is. You don't have to fucking
yeah,
bring it out into the legal cancer world.
true. So yeah, let's move on then. So this time last week, the not yet titled Monday stream returned, where I played a little known April Fool's joke called The Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. That
Yeah,
was actually a well designed and very serviceable visual novel with gameplay elements.
yeah. I
And
wasn't really around for much of that, so I don't really
no,
know what
you saw Chow everywhere and got Vietnam flashbacks and left.
no, please, not again.
Yeah, yeah that
Okay.
that was during SBO trying to be a poet. And by the end of it, ended up being an all right poet. Um, but you missed. I don't know. I think you might have missed the poster that replaced the hanging there cat with a Chow.
Mm.
But anyway, no, it's a very good game. It's free. You should try it just as a laugh. I used our Immaterial Gamers mascot name. I've just decided, he's now known as Same Person due to that one funny instance that we had in the Jackbox Party Pack of having some person replaced by same person.
Same person. That was such a amazing moment.
Oh, it was. It's clipped on the Twitch. So if I figured out how to make a short, I could make a short as well. But I really don't want to be. I don't really don't want to be going into the
Making a
YouTube
short just
algorithm
matter.
machine.
Isn't making a short just like you just post a video that's less than a minute long?
Yeah, it has to be less than a minute long, but then also has to be rescaled to fit a mobile device because that's supposed to be the point of it. Sometimes like TikToks and shit like that. But the main story
Gross.
is that is that the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog is now, according to, take it with a pinch of salt, according to Metacritic, is now the highest reviewed Sonic game in the franchise now.
I mean, doesn't got a whole lot of stiff competition to really compete against, but
Well, I mean, like I say, that being said, like I say, I played through the whole thing. It's like I say, it doesn't even take that much time if you like. When we put in breaks, it was basically 2 hours. It was a 2 hour visual novel, and it was pretty cool. But yeah, no, it now sits on Metacritic at an 87. On Steam, it is currently, I believe, it may still be graded, overwhelmingly positive. Um, it's great. I mean, to be fair, the trailer helps. The trailer helped the marketing campaign. So the opening trailer just goes, "We've heard your feedback. Yes, all of it. We now have a bold new direction for the future of Sonic the Hedgehog.
visual novel,
We're
murder
excited to
mystery.
announce he's dead." And that's how they
He's dead.
yeah.
That's even better.
So that's how it works. Because the story is basically they're on it's Amy's birthday, and because of that she's hired out a train that does murder mysteries. And so they're supposed to be part of a murder mystery, and your character, the playable character, who in the in-game files is called Barry. No, he's not. He's called Same Person. Get it right. um, he comes out and finds Sonic barely breathing, like nearly dead, and he thinks it's part of the act, so he just goes and plays along with the murder mystery, and then shenanigans are afoot near the final third of the game, which I'm not going to spoil. But yeah, it was fun.
I
So,
like the idea of like I like the idea of like the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise going in the direction of like from now on Sonic is dead. He's a kind of from now on the franchise is just the Hedgehog or even just the
the
no reference to Sonic or Hedgehog, just the
the oh yeah, so perfect.
the
I'm happy.
Sonic team will be renamed to just Team. Just team
Yeah, so that would mean the official Twitter account then would also just be
the.
just just at just at the look. Well, if the 69th Musketeer can sit there and think that it's really funny to paint over the W on the Twitter offices, so they're now just called Titter. Surely someone at the Sega social media team just call the company now, or just call their Twitter account the. So
Here you go, buddy.
oh, hold on. Have you posted? Oh God, yes, the classic SpongeBob procrastination episode.
Just the
Which
break time.
did he? What like this thing though that he looked like it did like a montage of him looking like he was just spending ages because it just started with the and then just by the end of it just made it a fancy the. Oh man.
Yep.
So that I think, to be honest, that is the news. Oh yeah, Super Mario Brothers is now the highest grossing video game movie. It beat Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Good for them, I guess.
What? I don't know. I'd probably look at going to watch it. It does look
I
fun
might
for an
see it
elimination film.
eventually. I might see it eventually. It's just like it's one of those things where it's just like I am so painfully underwhelmed by like everything that is involved like behind the scenes between Illumination itself. All the producers and writers are like just nobodies, and it's just sort of like I don't know. Maybe it's like okay-ish, you know.
Yeah.
It's sort of like it's like it's not even like apparently it's like not even like the best Illumination movie. It's just like which is considering their average, it's just it's like it's like okay,
Mm.
it's like whatever.
Well, that's the thing. From what I've saw, like there's been this sort of, maybe it's just who I follow, but sort of who I follow seem to have said that it's at its worst, it's not bad.
Yeah, I'm holding out for some second opinions
Mm.
myself, but it's one of those things where it's just like I'm not thrilled about just like rushing to the theaters
Mm.
to go watch a totally like underwhelming movie just because it has some shit in it that I know and recognize. It's like,
Yeah.
look, Mario, look, Jack Black
Oh no. Oh.
stream, huh? Wait,
What?
oh,
Well,
hold
did
on.
did stream go?
We're
Stream?
live.
Are we still live? Stream
I
went
think
bad.
so. I think we're okay. I think you just kind of had a bit of an internet hiccup there.
Yeah, I think we might have had a bit of
Yeah,
streamer
because
disconnection. Let's just have a
stream paused for like 5 seconds and you disappeared, but I think we're okay still.
yeah. Well, I guess that's a sound that we need to finish this stream. Before it just
But yeah, no,
disconnects.
I'm gonna be going to see the D&D movie tomorrow.
That I
I hear
do want to
that's pretty
see.
all right. I've heard
Yeah.
that's all right. The marketing to that movie was just a fucking disaster dumpster fire from what I could tell. But
I only saw
apparently
trailers in terms of the marketing, which was sort of it was just a heist film, but set in D&D.
but it's just like a lot of like all the like the publicity like interviews and
Mm.
shit were all like really like
Ah,
off base and advertising like weird shit that wasn't even in the movie. And people were kind of like, that doesn't sound particularly appealing. But
I
then it
believe
came
they
out and
call
people were like, oh, it's actually not it's actually pretty all right.
I believe they call that the Marvel effect. Advertising stuff that's not in the film.
uh, or like focusing on the wrong aspects of the movie, or like trying to coming at it with like at the wrong angle,
Mm.
sort of
Yeah.
thing. But yeah, I'll go see that.
Yeah.
And like I say, hold out for a week or two to see if you know see what all the final words are on the Mario movie. Maybe I'll
Mm.
get around to it eventually.
I think I'm gonna plan
Maybe it's
to.
okay. Who knows?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna plan to see. Yeah. Let's say
Friggin'
the D&D
it's
film definitely. I
trash.
think me and Martin want to actually see that. So yeah, we're gonna go for that.
The
Right.
thing I'm like dreading the most about watching them. Sorry, last point, and then we
So go
can
on.
truly get it. The thing I'm dreading the most about the Mario movie, I think, is probably just like I know that Charles Martinet is supposedly in the movie as like a cameo. I'm
Yeah.
just worried that it's gonna be like a super like embarrassing like they use like a pre-existing voice clip and like a passing
Oh,
by thing in the background and be like, it's like, wow, that's the cameo, huh? Thanks for bringing him out.
yeah. Oh no, I know what you mean on that. But well, we'll see what it. We'll see how it all goes. Right. Before the internet dies again, we're gonna we're gonna get off here. So if you liked what you learned, give us a share, subscribe, like, follow all the social medias. It's all on the Twitch page. Um,
If you like wrestling, I mean, God, just
yeah,
this is like a 20 to 25% part-time wrestling podcast slash social media account at this point. I mean,
yeah.
we're all about it. Ryan is all about it here.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. Um, and then occasionally we also play video games and stream. So we'll quickly go through the schedule on this. Tomorrow, Tuesday, the not yet titled launch day stream.
Well, how about
As
that?
I go play through another visual novel this time. Biffle Games is Tron Identity. There's a
Tron, you said?
yes, Tron.
The
It is
Tron?
official licensed expansion of the Tron universe,
Wow.
made by the guy who made Thomas Was
Don't you
Alone
mean
and Volume.
metaverse?
Metaverse. It's actually part of the Biffleverse. um, and then Wednesday, don't know.
And you're welcome to it because I'll be away all day tomorrow, so I'm
Enough.
only gonna be around to stream. So all yours.
Wednesday, we don't know. Thursday, Team Fight Thursdays should be back because it looks like the LOL client might be fixed for everyone now.
Wednesday's probably gonna end up being me and Andrew will probably be in there with Pixelmon most likely. I don't know what time, if it'll be a daytime or an evening appointment, but we'll
Yeah,
probably get in there at some point if no one else picks over.
yeah. Check the
So,
socials.
yep.
That'll be the way to do it. Friday will be play session again. Whoever's around or whatever's going on. It turns out if there's a whole bunch of us, we may end up running back Muck because my
Muck
god,
was
that got a
good.
load of people, and
Muck
that
was fun.
was
I might even be able to get Andrea into it if she's around.
yeah,
She's fine with those kinds of games, and she
yeah. So it was
yeah,
absolutely
probably
chaotic, and
probably have a
as
blast.
yeah, like I say, we're at that point that we may just get ourselves in lobbies and then just open it up for whoever comes in and just let chaos go. And then weekends, Tales of Symphonia is being played for the not yet title. No, for role playing Nottingham games. Get the names of the so many shows right, Ryan. So yeah, like I say, keep an eye on us. Everything will be all the audio will be on podcast will be in audio form wherever your podcasts are served. There we go. I've got it. So from myself and Duncan, have a good night, and we'll catch you soon.
Bye bye.
Outro, go.